So I live in Oklahoma City, the heart of Tornado Alley. Today we're going to use our imaginations and pretend like a tornado takes all of this away from me. Let's pretend all of this disappears and I'm given $1,000 to replenish my fragrance collection for 1 year. For this hypothetical, let's pretend that insurance pays 1 year from today. And I have $1,000 to build a fragrance collection. Let's set up a few rules for this hypothetical. So I have $1,000. 2, I must pick 10 fragrances and I cannot pocket the cash left over. I either use it or lose it. And 3, just for fun, I cannot use the same fragrance house twice. So let's do it. Let's build our fragrance collection. Stick around, we'll get started. Welcome back. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, do everything you need to do so you don't miss any future related fragrance content here on my channel. So if you know me, if you know my tastes, you know that I agree that Creed Aventus is the king. I cannot live without some sort of Creed Aventus style fragrance in my collection longer than a couple days. If I leave the house longer than a week, I'll decant one of those types of fragrances and take it with me. That is the type of fragrance I need in my collection. But being that we only have $1,000, I'm not going to spend $250 of that on Creed Aventus. But fortunately, we have all kinds of options with that DNA at all kinds of different price points. So we'll go ahead and select the other 9 and we'll see how much money's left at the end to pick out my Creed Aventus-like fragrance. First and foremost, let's pick out an everyday scent. Yes, Creed Aventus is an everyday scent and we'll have that at the end, but let's go ahead and pick out one other. A staple, a signature scent, something that I can wear anytime for any reason. So a big contender would be YSL YEDP, YSL L'Homme, YSL Myself, Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, Prada L'Homme, Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. There are all kinds of options. But for today, I'm really feeling Acqua de Joe EDP. You can get the bigger 4.2 ounce bottle for around $70, which is considerably cheaper than some of those. You get a little bit more fluid for a little bit less. Acqua de Joe EDP just so happens to be my favorite Acqua de Joe. So again, at the price point, it's really a no-brainer. You can wear this to the office, you can wear this on a date, you can wear this any season of the year. You can wear this going out, you can wear this to a Christmas dinner. There's really no situation that you cannot wear this fragrance and not get compliments. For that reason, I think it's an excellent pick, is a good everyday staple, a good dumb reach. So my first choice is Acqua de Joe EDP for around $70. Number 2, let's go ahead and pick our fall date night scent. This is a choice I don't mind spending a little extra money on. I don't mind investing into a good fall date night scent. You need a fragrance that's very well made, and oftentimes those fragrances do cost a little bit more money. So the big contenders are, fragrances like Angel Share, Apple Brandy on the Rocks by Killian, City Rhythm Austin, those sweet and spicy, boozy date night scents. For today, I'm gonna go with my personal favorite date night scent that's very much in that Angel Share wheelhouse. It's from Vivamor Parfum, it's called Addiction Absolu. Again, it's that Angel Share DNA with an awesome dried fruits note right on top, and it just so happens to be quite a bit less expensive than Angel Share. It's less expensive than City Rhythm Austin. This goes for around $155, and for that price, it makes it probably the best in that scent profile. It comes in the 100 ml bottle, it's top shelf stuff, and I enjoy this one quite a lot. This is a dynamite date night scent. Addiction Absolu for $155. All right, let's stick with fall and winter scents for a while. We need a good tobacco fragrance. That is something that I need in my collection. And a good tobacco fragrance, I don't mind spending a premium on. I expect to spend a little bit more on my tobacco fragrance than I do a fresh summertime fragrance, for instance. I want a dominant tobacco scent. I'm thinking Side Effect from Initio. That one's close to $200. That might be a little too pricey for this scenario. Same with Parfums de Marly Herod. Mancera's Red Tobacco is quite a bit cheaper, but that's a little bit harsh for me. For this situation, I think I'm going to go with Argos Triump Bacchus. You can buy this 1 ounce bottle for around $125. And that's retail. You might even be able to find it cheaper at discounters. This one's got quite a bit of popularity behind it, so it's kind of hard to find at a discount, but $125 for the 1 ounce bottle is all I need, especially for 1 year. Again, this is a tobacco fragrance, but it opens fruity and boozy, almost has a punch bowl vibe to it. It's sweet and appealing. It smells quite a bit like red tobacco, but it's not near as harsh or synthetic. It's much more realistic smelling. And in my opinion, it's one of the best tobacco fragrances on the market. It's Triumph Bacchus from Argos for $125. Next in my collection, still thinking fall and winter, I need a good leather scent. That is just something that I need. I'm thinking Tom Ford Ombre Leather. That goes for around $125. I could probably afford that. Even better, there's Mercedes Le Parfum that you can get for around $30, $35. It smells just like ombre leather. Not just like ombre leather, but it gets you very close for much less. One of my favorite leather fragrances is Philipp Plein's The Skull. Now this This goes for around 600 bucks, retail, around 550, 600 bucks. There's no way I'm putting that type of money on this. But from discounters, you can find it for around 200 bucks, but even at 200 bucks, I'm not gonna spend that type of money for this. Only having $1,000 for 1 year. So what I'm choosing to do is get a fragrance that smells a lot like Philipp Plein's The Skull, but just much cheaper. And that is Philipp Plein's No Limits, the original No Limits. These were made by the same house, Philipp Plein. They were made by the same perfumer, Alberto Marias. The biggest difference is the price. So this goes for $200. You can find this from discounters for around $40. This is what I'm choosing. So this is much more than a leather scent. It's fresh spicy and warm spicy. It's woody, but there's also a sweetness to it. There's a lot going on here. And for 40 bucks, this is perhaps the best original fragrance in that price bracket. In my opinion, this is the best affordable original fragrance. I hate the bottle, it's tacky as hell. But the scent, if you give it a shot, if you like those more complex, spicy leather fragrances, I don't see how it could disappoint. There's just so much quality here. If this was even 80, 90 bucks, it would still make this list today. But fortunately, it's only $40. This is Philipp Plein's No Limits. We need a couple more picks for fall and winter. Next, I think I need a good vanilla scent. I could go with something expensive like Parfum Altair, or I could save some money and go with Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I could do something like Paco Rabanne's Invictus Victory Elixir. That's one of my favorites. But today, for these purposes, I'm gonna go with Guerlain Ideal L'Intense. This is a spicy vanilla scent. There's a smokiness to it, and there's also a nuttiness underneath. It's sweet and appealing. It'd be great for fall and winter date night. It'd be great for a fall and winter holiday scent. From discounters, you can find this for as low as 70 bucks, and for that price, there's just a lot of value there. It is perfect for this type of list. It is one of my favorite fall and winter date night scents. It's Guerlain L'Homme Ideal L'Intense. So right now we have 5 bottles total, 4 of which are for fall and winter. Let's go ahead and pick one more fall and winter scent. We've got a lot of good date night scents. We've got tobacco covered, we've got leather covered, we've got vanilla covered. Let's find a good fall and winter professional scent, something that's pretty versatile for those fall and winter months. I'm thinking something kind of like BDK Gris Charnel EDP, but I'm also kind of worried that I'm not gonna have enough money left over at the end of this for a good Creed Aventus alternative. Gris Charnel EDP is a little bit pricey, but I want something close to this. I want something warm, something with cardamom, but I also want something a little bit clean, something with iris. I'm gonna save about $60 and not go with Gris Charnel EDP. I'm gonna choose Moudon Charisma. Side by side, they are super close. The biggest difference I can find between the two of them is you save about 60 bucks with Moudon Charisma. And to be honest, the opening is just a little bit louder and it lasts just a little bit longer. So again, this is a great fall and winter daytime scent, but it could turn into an evening scent. It's clean, it's warm, and it's versatile. You can wear this just about any time for any reason between September and May. Heck, I know some people that wear Gris Charnel EDP in the summer. I just can't do it. It's just a little too warm for me. And same thing goes for Moudon Charisma, but that is my pick for 100 bucks. All right, I think we have fall and winter covered. Let's go ahead and dive into our summertime fragrances. Let's go ahead and pick one that we want to spend a little money on, a good summer fragrance we want to invest in. I'm thinking of fragrances like Maybe Sue and Wondrous Flight, Louis Vuitton Imagination, though I'd never ever spend that type of money on Imagination. Not for a silly hypothetical or any reason at all, to be honest. But I do want something kind of like that, something that's versatile, but also luxurious smelling. Something fresh and vibrant and attention grabbing. And for this, I think Sospiro Vibrato should be perfect. It smells a lot like Wondrous Flight, it's just a little bit cheaper. You can find this at discounters for around $160. It's a citrus ginger fragrance that's safe for the office, it's safe for date night. You can wear it casually, you can wear it dressy. It's just a really nice versatile scent that is attention grabbing. It's uplifting, it's a confidence booster, it makes you feel good. And once again, it's very luxurious smelling. I don't mind spending $160 on Vibrato. All right, we have 3 spots left, and I definitely need something tropical. I'm thinking of fragrances like Passion Island from Maybe Sue, Pineapple Vintage Intense 6, Mind Games Blockade, God of Fire, something that uses pineapple, mango, or passion fruit to give us a good tropical vibe. Something that I could wear to make me feel like I'm on a tropical vacation, whether I'm there or not. And honestly, between you and me, I would choose Thomas Kosmala No. 4 Neon. There's no doubt about it. This would be my choice. My problem is I talk about this fragrance a lot, and I don't want to include it on every single list. So for today, we're just gonna pretend like this doesn't exist. For today, for this purpose, I'm choosing Kajal Dahab. This is a big tropical passion fruit fragrance. It is sweet and appealing. It's juicy and natural smelling. It's very fruity, it's very loud, but it's not as screechy or synthetic as fragrances like Herba Pura, for instance. It's kind of in that wheelhouse, it just smells so much better. And it's considerably cheaper. You can get the 100 ml bottle tester from Beauty House for about 100 bucks. I'm choosing this one mainly for the price. It smells so good and luxurious. And you get the 100 ml bottle for cheaper than a lot of those other fragrances I just mentioned. Again, a lot of bang for your buck. Dahab for $100. All right, so I think I need one more summer fragrance. We have Acqua for the office. We've got Vibrato, you could wear it to the office. But I think I need something just a little bit fresher. Something for the office or daytime wear during June, July, August. And for around $60, I'm choosing Brioni Eclat. This is a sparkling grapefruit musk fragrance. There's a pinch of pink pepper on top that gives it just a little bit of bite. That grapefruit note is sparkling, but the difference here between this and Vibrato, this isn't as sweet. This won't be quite as loud or as sweet or as cloying in the super high heat situations as Vibrato would. To me, it feels a little bit more grown up and a little bit more professional, though it is still kind of in that sparkling citrus wheelhouse. $60 for the 100 ml bottle, great value. And you get the magnetic cap. So right now we have 9 fragrances, and if my mathematics are correct, that should equal $885, leaving us $115 for our Creed Aventus alternative. Part of me wants to go with Armani Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum. That's something I love, that's something I wear very often. Again, a lot of bang for your buck, but I'd be leaving a lot of money on the table if I choose Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum. So I'm thinking Moudon Temptation. This goes for around $100, and this is an excellent alternative to Creed Aventus. Here I'm only leaving $15 on the table, but I've already used a Moudon fragrance. I could go with the Pineapple Vintage alternative. The problem is for $115, I could probably only afford a 50 ml, and I need more than 50 mils in 1 year. If this is my only Creed Aventus alternative, I definitely need more than 50 mils in 1 year. I love Bond Number 9 cent a piece for him. That's just too expensive. There's the King 2018 for $95, but again, it's a 50 mil for $95. I need more than 50 mils. So what I've chosen today is to go with Thomas Kosmala Wild Stride. This is one of the best alternatives to Creed Aventus. I'm kind of guilty about talking about this one quite a bit too. This is kind of like your smoky batch of Creed Aventus. Unlike Armani Club de Nuit Intense Man, the opening is very fresh, very natural smelling. The pineapple note and citruses are vibrant and realistic and attention getting. But the difference here is that smokiness almost immediately comes up behind it. So it's like a super smoky batch of Creed Aventus. After 90 minutes or so, it starts getting a lot more woody. It starts drying down much closer to Nichon Hasselhoff X than it does Creed Aventus. But I do love the opening. The opening is good enough for me. I can reapply as much as I want. Get the 100 ml bottle for around $85, and the performance is pretty good. I think 100 mils of Wild Stride could last me a year. Dadgummit, that smells amazing. So at $85, I think I'm leaving about $30 on the table. That is something I can live with. I'll probably think of something else as soon as I'm done with this, but I think that's my best decision. So that's it. That's my $1,000 10 fragrance wardrobe. What do you think? Did I make the best use of my money? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you haven't done it, please hit the subscribe button. Come back and see me next time.